Do you believe in manifestation? I'm going to tell you straight out, I do. I do believe in manifestation. Do I believe in it the same way that I think society tends to believe in it? No, not really. I have a specific viewpoint on it, and let's get into it. Let me tell you my thoughts on manifestation and why I think it works and how I think it has worked for me in the past. So welcome to Modern Matriarch. This is where we want to live with intention. We want to live the lives that we want. And let me tell you, manifestation can help you do that. So why do I say manifestation works? Well, the biggest thing is I think when you put manifestation to work, you start really thinking about what you want and your brain works differently. You start noticing things around you. If you're manifesting being thinner, all of a sudden you notice different walking trails, you notice the gym membership special, you notice recipes and things like that. But you end up acting on them. There is a butterfly right on my lens. I'm not sure how that turned out on film. All right, he's cute. You can't see him, but he's right here. All right, so manifestation basically works because your brain and your activities start following what you want. They're basically goals. You are manifesting what you want in life, what you really truly want, and you start noticing trails, you start noticing special recipes, the gym membership, all of that. And that is a big thing. So let's dive deeper in this though, because there's a little bit more to it than just saying, I want to be thin. Just because you think it ain't gonna make it a reality. That butterfly I told you about earlier, he's right on my arm. He landed right there. Unbelievable. He ain't moving either. We may have to, yeah, he don't want to move. Well, I guess I have a butterfly on my arm. That's okay. Like I said, just because you want something and you start saying it and you manifest it. What's the difference between manifesting and daydreaming? There's a difference in the intention and the activity and the movement. You know, manifesting, I think you put deeper thought into it and you go after it. Your intention is stronger. Daydreaming is more like, yeah, someday I'll be thin. But manifesting is your intentions are stronger. You actually want to move towards it. You believe in it. You really believe this is something you can have. Daydreaming, maybe not so much. Sure, it would be nice eventually or in another life, but manifestation is you believe it. You make it a belief and you go for it. I think the biggest difference is that you actually give yourself permission to believe in it, to believe that it's true, that it could actually happen. You know, so often we get these negative thoughts in our heads and we just don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe that those opportunities are for us. And, you know, I think manifestation actually gives you the opportunity to believe in yourself, to give yourself permission to go after what you want. And you should go after what you want. Nobody's going to hand you nothing. If you don't take the bull by the horns and you don't go after it, nobody's going to do it for you. So give yourself permission to believe in yourself and go after what you want in life, because it's out there and you can have it. So let me tell you a story. I'm trying to think how long ago it was. Oh, by the way, I had to find some shade. It's pretty warm today, and in the sun it got pretty warm, so I found myself some shade. It's pretty cozy over here. But, man, I went back to school as an adult. We were so tight on money. The economy was really bad. I tried switching jobs. It didn't work out. And we honestly were having a hard time making our mortgage. We were starting, okay, maybe there's too many bugs over here. We'll try it a little longer. We were really having a hard time paying our bills, especially our mortgage. And sporting events, our kids love to play sports, and we weren't sure if we were gonna be able to afford the registration in them. Okay, I gotta move. I guess the bugs also like the shade, so we'll find another place. That's a little bit better. Not so many bugs. I'm so grateful. Okay, so back to my story. Like I was saying earlier, we were having a hard time paying our bills. We couldn't even afford, sports teams and things like that. We always figured it out, but man, being scared about being able to put a roof over your head, especially when you have kids, that's rough. And I got sick of it really quick. And I never went to college, and I always thought I should. And I've tried to do classes here and there, and it never stuck. I tried a bunch of different things. I tried accounting and paralegal, and I would take a class here and there, but nothing ever stuck. I never followed through with it. And so when all this was going on, I did have a job, but it was a very low paying job with more work. Honestly, I was just simply underpaid at it. But you know what? You take what you can get when you're having a hard time finding it, and the job market was awful. So what I decided was, I'm done with this. I am not gonna put up with this lifestyle anymore. I made a decision then and there that I was gonna make 6 figures. 6 figures. And you gotta remember, this was a while ago too. I mean, I was an adult. I had 2 kids at home, and I was older for a college student. We'll just say that. But I finally made the decision. I had it in my head. I gave myself the permission to do it. At the time, it was sort of interesting. I drove past a school that I never thought that I could afford to go to. It was a private college, but I was so fed up. I went in and I asked them, what do you have for business degrees? Do you have any weekend programs, evening programs? It ended up that they had an accelerated program, which, guess what? I signed up for, and I went to school, because you know what? I never would have stopped. I never would have stopped because I didn't believe that I could afford that school. And in the end, it was the best decision I ever made. So because I manifested being able to make 6 figures, I found a way to go to school. It allowed me to stop, to start, and figure out a way to make it happen in my life. So one, I noticed things. I noticed things that would allow me to get to that point. The other thing is action. I took action towards it. And I'll tell you, I did make 6 figures, and I made a pretty healthy 6 figures. But it was because I took action and I allowed myself to believe that I could do it. And I started seeing how to do it and allowed myself to move forward towards it. Now, that being said, just because I said I wanted to make 6 figures, it didn't magically happen. I had to take action. I had to be smart on it. Because otherwise, if you don't take action, if you're not smart about the actions that you're taking, then you're just daydreaming, aren't you? And that's not what we want. We want to actually make this happen. We want to manifest our future and make it a reality. So how do we do that? Well, I'm sure you guys have heard of SMART goals before. And honestly, SMART goals are pretty impressive. So, what makes a SMART goal? Well, a SMART goal has to be specific. So, if you want to lose weight, don't just say, I want to lose weight by the end of summer. Say, I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of summer. Now, I'm not saying that's what the goal should be. I'm just throwing that out as an example. Please make sure whatever you do is safe and healthy. But it needs to be specific. For me, I knew I hit my goal when I hit 6 figures. And let me tell you, when you hit those goals, it feels pretty good. So that gives us, for us, specific and measurable. So you had a specific and measurable goal. Those goals also must be achievable. I'll tell you, at the time when I was thinking of 6 figures, I was nowhere close to it. Not even near. Like I said, we were barely making our mortgage. Yes, my husband was working too, but we were barely making our mortgage and the little extras that we all have. And 6 figures, honestly, it felt like a daydream. But I do think that 6 figures obviously was achievable. Other people can do it. Why can't I? I mean, I'm just as smart and intelligent as people who are making a lot more money than me. I just had to figure out how to do it. So, make your goals achievable, but on the other hand, don't go easy on yourself either. Make them realistic, but make sure you go after the goal too. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. If somebody hasn't told you that recently, I'm telling you. You can achieve a lot in this life. Don't shortchange yourself. The other thing is it relevant? Is it going to fit this stage of your life? I'm not going to wish for something that I can't use today. You know, I don't need a condo in Mexico because right now, honestly, I don't have the time to go to Mexico all the time and maintain it and all that. So your goals should be relevant. And for me at the time, earning 6 figures was very relevant because honestly, I got to the point where I was angry that I wasn't being able to afford my bills. I didn't think it was fair, but you know what? I was the only one who could change it. The next one is T, right? So time bound. You need to give yourself a specific length of time. So like we said in the earlier version, the 20 pounds. Oops. I dropped my sunglasses. Like we said earlier, we said end of summer. Honestly, that's too vague. When is end of summer? Are you going by the calendar date of the end of summer? Or are you saying Labor Day? Make it a specific date. Make your SMART goals specific, measurable, achievable, relatable, and time-bound. And you got to act on them. You got to do it. If you don't act on them, somebody else will, and you know what? Then they'll get the rewards, not you. So get going on them. The last point I'm going to make is you really need to identify with who you want to become. You know, I told yourself, you have to believe that you can do it. Well, part of that believing is seeing yourself as that person who can achieve it. I am smart enough to go back to school. I can figure out a way to get it in my schedule. I will find a way to find a job that is going to pay me what I'm worth. You know, I need to believe, and part of believing is seeing yourself as that person. So, do I believe in manifestation? I do, but I believe there's a lot to it. I believe manifestation can offer clarity. I believe that it can make you believe or help you believe that you're the person who can achieve it. I believe that it guides you into the right direction where you start noticing the opportunities available to you. But I think it really comes down to you and if you're willing to take the action to make it a reality. So yes, I do believe in manifestation, and I hope the best for all of you, and I hope you take the bulls by the horn and go after what you want in life. In the meantime, be well, and thanks for your time.